Good afternoon. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Richard Guiland, French, and I will be presenting a project named SignAlert. It's a project, and also it's a project of a smartphone application that can make every citizen a sensor on the environment. So I have things to show you: the application itself and a PowerPoint. We'll start with the application. It's the most interesting, and if I still have time, I will present PowerPoint. This one is better. Yes, much better. Okay, here is the application. It's quite simple. It's supposed to be used by anybody, and working on Apple and Android. So, for example, let's go straight ahead to the use. You are a citizen, you are in the countryside, and you are witness of an event, a flood, for example. So you will report an event. You will choose flood. So first of all is to report the place where it's occurring. So we can find it on a map. Nowadays we have the Cannes Festival. So let's go there. It's raining a lot in Cannes, so we could declare and report a flood occurring in Cannes. So you choose a place like this, and then you go to the next step. It's time, obviously. You can report it current time, or choose a past time, a few hours, or even one day before. You have chosen the time. So you can then describe the physical parameters, a few questions about the physical parameters of the event, flood. For example, rate of submersion. Here it's starting a little flood, so it's only 50 centimeters. Next step. Rate of elevation. Is it a slow speed, a fast speed, a flash flood? You don't know. You may arrive there and haven't seen anything, so if you don't know, just skip it and go to the next one. Extension of the flooded area. You can see only a few tenths of meter width on both sides of the river, so you report less than 100 meters. Next step. Then we describe the damages, the impact of the flood. So we are at the first stage of the flood. On riverbanks, we have only small effects. Each of this description is supposed to be understood by anybody. It's simple criteria, simple elements that we can see on the field, and supposed to be easy to recognize and to qualify. So no buildings. So no buildings in the place where you are. So you don't describe it. Infrastructure. You are on the road along the riverside, and you see that it's flooded. The riverbanks is flooded and the road is not practicable. So you just choose that. Then you may see also people in needs of rescue. In that case, we don't have. But if you do see that, you will have to contact the fire rescue operators by through a phone number. And this is just given to you later in the app. Next step, you take a picture, upload a picture library. Let's no, I cancel. I just can take a picture. Oops, sorry. It's working? Yeah, okay. So let's skip the picture step, but it works. Then you can describe something that you have seen and which is not described by the questions. So you can say, for example, a car fallen in the river. That's it. Next step. So then you can revise and eventually correct, modify your description. Go to the last step, and then the alert is sent. This I'm afraid it's not synchronized. This is not the step in which I am. Oh. Vous voulez sortir? Ouais. Next step. Okay, so believe me, I can show you what you receive on your smartphone, on your application is simply a screen with a circle, and you can see your alert, what you have delivered, and the other description, reports done by other witnesses around you. So you can be aware of what's the level of danger and what types of observation have made others. So this is a smartphone application. So I just go rapidly now to the service behind this. What do we have? We have nothing. Nothing. It's a problem of real-time. So I'm not sure I can get back to the online demo. So the principle is that you have a web platform on which no, c'est bien connected. It's well connected. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, I'm very sorry. So the principle is that you have a web platform on which you can visualize all the alerts and select. Oh, okay, good. Thank you. So let's go back to the alerts I've just loaded a few times ago. Yeah, here. We go to Cannes. And we can have the details. Here in that type of view, we can have the details of the alerts. Click on each one. So it's a structured information. We have inside some tools, an algorithm that is doing automatically a detection of the alert, provided you have reached a threshold of intensity for a certain number of alerts. The system triggers a push notification that advise you that something is occurring, a new event. So here is the principle, so you can select by types, color of alert. Here we can also, for example, display flooded areas, the flood zone, provided it's available. Yeah, okay, here it is. So we have the flood areas, so you can locate you with respect to the known hazard in the area. So this is the essential. I want to show you briefly, if I still have time, some elements of the presentation. Okay, just to justify where it does come from. Anyway, the presentation will be delivered and available offline later on here. But the idea came from some recent disaster in which I was involved. For example, use of crowdsourcing in IT. Here, on the left hand, you have markers, simple markers. This is in Togo, in Africa, where these markers are used by communities to communicate with cell phones and indicate to other neighbor communities that something is occurring. A flood has reached a certain level. So this is quite a simple technique, but behind this is obviously the crowdsourcing and centralization. So you have seen the essential. How many time do I have? 1 minute. Okay, that's good, great. I was just about to conclude. So one thing I can add, we have also a tool associated in our service, which is analysis of the information flow going through the social networks. And this tool correlates these informations to the alerts detected by our witnesses, our users. Important thing, so it can be used, the service can be used by community, companies, international organizations, firemen, rescue operators in general. It's a service both for the people, for the public, and for the organization in charge of disaster management. We have also, the application is free, available on Android and Apple, and will be soon to download on the marketplaces. So one of the advantage for the individual, for the people, is that once they have provided an information, delivered an information, they receive in return an information about their own situation. And this can be added, this can be coupled with official messages, push notifications that can be sent by the subscriber of the service, which is a municipality, let's say, which can send to the people in the vicinity using the application a message of behavior. It can be done also with Twitter, except that in that case we have a very structured information that can be used for various types of hazards. We are working on any types of hazards, just a simple few questions to add, to plug inside the application to describe a new phenomenon. Okay, I think that's the end. Okay, so for your information, I'll be 2 days more, and for people who could be interested in having a more detailed demo, I can do that. I'm on a French booth, available for 1 day and a half more. So that's all for that. I think I've finished. Thank you.